Yo, what up, people? Smith still motherfucking are here today, of course, to give you guys Outbreak Company episode 3 motherfucking review. And this episode was the shit, but it was also sort of kind of simple when you break it down into 3 parts. Let's do this shit. Let's do this. Yes. Ooh. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do this. Okay. So the first part, of course, is basically this dude. He decides to build a school with the princess's help, using her troops. They build a school where kids can go, and also the princess has a little, like, a rivalry with Missoul, and I mean, wow, like basically she's learning English and like she can actually speak it, and she's challenging her, and she's like, why are you always giving her all the attention? Like, she's pretty. She's like, oh fuck, like really, like come on, bro, like she wants some attention too. Shit. I mean, because this nigga is like always like Missoul, all that. And she already finished like the first book, and she can somewhat speak Japanese, so that's a shit. And then we proceed on to part. Oh wait, no, part one. There's also basically that security fucking chick. Can't remember her name right now. Basically, she's warning him about don't do the school. This is aristocratic society. It isn't democratic, bro. It has royalty, and they separate people and these orcs and humans and all this. They separate them. They underclass them, and you bringing your democracy is gonna piss people off. It really is. And he's like, fuck it. I already know what I'm getting into. And she sort of admires him for that. And then part two is basically he's starting to teach some classes. Like the princess is always sitting on his lap, and he's reading Attack on fucking Titan. I'm gonna kill those. Yeah, no, no. He's reading Attack on Titan to the princess and a whole other group of kids, while also doing like midnight sessions with her still with Missoul, and like speaking, like they take off the rings and they speak somewhat Japanese and have a conversation. And then I can't remember if they put the rings back on, but they were still talking. So I'm assuming that they put the rings back on. And then they continue talking. And so he's giving her some help on the side. And she's been practicing a little bit more. And so the school's doing all right. Everything's, working fine. Princess, though, is like, she's on the nigga's case. Like, what are you doing? And then part three. Princess confronts it. Like, oh my god, I spent all this money and you're doing all this other shit. And the school is actually getting somewhat popular with all the nobles, and like there's like a group of kids looking at the school like, we can go there too with the nobles, and they're all dirty and shit. And then basically the school gets fucking raided by a person who believes that these beliefs that they're bringing in are bad. It was foreshadowed. Come on, bro, you're fucking with these niggas had swords and magic. Basically they broke in there, and all these fucking noble kids started running, screaming. They knock out the fucking guard, they grab the princess, and they take everybody hostage. Well, the five main characters, basically. Well, actually 4, yeah. They take the security chick, they take our main dude, I can't believe he got... They take the princess, and they take Missoul. And basically it's the whole generic, like, yo, I'm evil, yeah. Like, and apparently he has this thing called, like, basically, they took off their rings, and no, the rings aren't off. That's a good thing about it. The rings aren't off, but there's security girls and of course our main characters. Those are off. They took them off so they could talk. And basically, Missoul is saying what they're saying to them in Japanese, so they don't know what she's saying to them, but they get the gist of what's happening. Then they grab the dude, put on his ring. They call him a crook. Like, what are you doing, bringing this shit in here? You're trying to disrupt our ways, saying that we're equal with these trolls, and no, fuck that. He's like, we're gonna cut off your fucking head, send it to Japan. The princess is like, are you niggas retarded? Like, if you did that, that would be an act of murder. Like, oh, this peaceful person came into this country, then they were killed. And then that would give them a reason to start war with us. Why are you trying to do that? So it's like, yeah, you're right. Killing them would do nothing. We should be focusing on you. So they throw him on top of the security chick in her titty. And nigga goes hard, and pulls out a fucking knife in between her titty, nonetheless. And then gives it to her, slips it to her. It's a comedy scene, and then she basically cuts out of her ropes. He's like, okay, wait 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, it's starting. And so they're questioning the princess. And then he starts saying, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like, I'm gonna leave. He's doing all that shit. And so they decide to take him to the bathroom. And then at exactly couple seconds before, it hits like 8 o'clock at night. By the way, the area is surrounded by fucking royal troops, by the way. But they can't make a move because, the hostages, the princess. So the thing about it is, he stops moving, like, move, why aren't you moving? Then his song starts playing in his phone because it's like like a birthday for one of his favorite anime characters, like legit. And it's playing a song, and everybody's like, oh, what's going on? And so they all run out there, except for one dude. And they're like, and basically this nigga's like, yo, I casted magic on your ass. You can't detect it because I'm from Japan, not from here. And I can cut you limb from limb. And then this nigga's like, oh, this nigga tripping. He wouldn't use such a dangerous spell in front of the princess. It could hurt her too. And so these niggas are about to fuck him up. Then out of nowhere, just nigga goes flying through the door. Oh my god. I'm kind of disappointed that this dude can't use magic. If anything, I wanted to see an episode dedicated to him trying to learn their customs of magic. I want to see that. I want to see it so bad. I want to see this dude do some magic. Like, yeah, why not? That should be one of his dreams. That should be like on the top of the niggas list. Learn magic. Shit. Oh my god. That'd be so much easier with magic. Just fucking, yeah. You fucking rear-ended me, you asshole. I was that. Just blow the nigga up. Like, fuck it. Inconsiderate drivers, my ass. Fuck it. Magic would be the shit. And then basically, this bitch proceeds to whoop a shitload of ass. Like, kicking niggas and, like, yeah, just fucking kick. Niggas get knocked the fuck out. Ugh. And then basically, out comes Missoul. She powers up her spell. Nigga charges in. Blast. Crack. Destruction. Blows through the fucking hallway. Like, everybody's knocked the fuck out except for this one dude. And this one dude gets up and he's like, yeah, like, pulls up the fucking bomb. It's like time to go. Like, he says a spell and it catches on fire. And so there's about to be a giant ass explosion because this fire is basically like a fucking IED. Like, it's about to blow up this fucking building. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this dude's like, yeah, prepare to die, all of you. Like, and in comes this dude with the fire extinguisher. Shh. What type of sorcery is this? Yeah, that's my shit. It's like, it's a fire extinguisher. Oh my god. So basically, he snapped a high level spell with a fire extinguisher, like legit. This nigga's like, what type of sorcery is this? Like, yo, that's my shit. That was my shit. That was my shit. Oh my god. Then basically he's like, I give up. Then he pulls out a fucking knife, charges after the princess and throws it. And then right before it's about to hit the princess, it hit Missoul, gets in the way of the princess who's been really mean to her. And protects her life. And now she's on the fucking ground bleeding. She's why did you do it? Why did you protect me? Like, royal guards rush in. Get her help. Missoul, I'm just sitting there thinking, did they just kill off a main character? Like right now, I cannot say if she's dead or not. I can say that she's lost consciousness and her body is starting to shut down. Because it looked like it went into her fucking neck. That fucking knife. And so I can assume that she's gonna die soon if they do not get help. That threw me off a little bit. I was like, really? Like, what if they did? What if they killed her off? Like, fuck it. Like, she's dead. Like, oh my god, that would be some shit. But I see a nice happy ending to this event. It's like the princess and Missoul becoming friends because she saved her life, even though she was so mean to her. And then this whole rivalry kicks up between them, where they're still going after this nigga's dick, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But damn, when she got stabbed, I was like, oh shit, in the neck. Oh my god, that's nasty. And then you just see her, she just, and you see the princess. Why? Like, that was a good scene. It really was. For that, I gotta give this episode right here 9.2 out of 10. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. It was better than great. It was like a great plus. Great plus. I mean, it had emotion behind it somewhat, and I was really just digging the episode because it had funny moments, it had serious moments, and it has this really good tone to it. This dude believes in like freedom and equality, yet this society doesn't, and he's trying to work around that, and that's a very dangerous job. That's death. That's death. So many motherfuckers have died trying for that. Like legit, like it's only like been starting up in the past couple hundred years. This freedom and equality, like legit, only been a couple hundred years, almost maybe half a century. The ideas were there, but it wasn't really the way it is now with the way freedom and equality is. But he's trying to project that onto this nation. And I'm digging the story. I am. So with that being said, Smith so motherfucking R. Outbreak Company was the shit this week. Really enjoyed it. Peace the fuck out.